Let's make a comic book, but let's make it a little bit different. Instead of one person or a team making the whole book, we're going to have every panel made by a different cartoonist. We're going to do 1 page per episode, so the number of guests is the number of panels on the page. So now you're probably wondering, what's this comic book going to be about? Well, let me tell you. It's going to be about a robot. This robot, whose name is Blank. What happens next? Nobody knows, but it's going to be fun finding out. Hey! Welcome back to Let's Make a Comic Book. It's the show where we make a comic book with a different artist for every single panel. And today's show, we've got 2 artists. It's going to be a 2-panel page. So let's say hello to the artist. We've got Andrew Law. G'day.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Andrew.
And we got Toby Blanchard as well.
Howdy, howdy.
All right. So we're going to do something new for this episode, because normally we would have the hand of choosing to select the panels, but we're going to try something different. So if Sis puts me up to full screen.
Yep.
Then we can play everybody's favorite game show, The Wheel of Layouts. And this is going to decide which one it is. So I'm going to click it. And it's making noises, but you guys probably can't hear it.
Unfortunately not. Oh, we're not doing any layout. Which one's it saying?
That one.
Oh, that one. Cool. Shows you.
Big again.
That's a nice, easy one for you guys.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to put the link into the thing down there.
I like this. Let's work for me. Nice.
Yep. And now we're going to do... So we've got that sorted out. Now we're going to do the who goes first.
Oh, I'll bring you back up.
And yeah. So we'll go with Andrew. You get to choose out of the classic Death in the Family, Robin Dies, or the brand new one, Death in the Family, Robin Lives, which they just put out, which was because they did 2 versions of the book.
I'd have to be the one that he dies.
Robin Dies, and that is number 1, so you're going first.
Yay!
Woo! Go back to the normal screen. There you go. And we'll have a look at last week's page, so you can see what you're doing while you download the thingy. So last week we had Matt Schofield did Think Again. We got Blank, his big guns coming out of his chest. And there's the underground fish people. It says, you bought a space gun to a rock fight? This means conflict. And then we've got, that was by Gene Whitlock. And then we've got Con Chrysalis's panel, which is where Andrew will be following on from, where Blank's going crazy. His energized chest laser initiating. And it's got power circuits are overloading. And we've got the memory banks activating. So have you eaten your Brussels sprouts, Blanky? And then we've got a cross section. We can see under his robot head, there's a skull in there, like a cybernetic skull. And you say, mother. So you can make of that what you will.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I don't
Good twist. Good twist to the story.
It was a crazy one. And on the panel, the bit that's in red it's like overlapped by the second panel.
How do you feel about retcons?
Well, it's up to you. That's the beauty of the show. You could do whatever you want.
Nah, that's cool. Yeah, it was a good twist. Like, I really wasn't expecting that. I was watching this afternoon, going, "Wow, I'd hate to be the first person following up after that." Mm.
Yeah, cool.
So the first
Yeah.
panel goes over the second panel, or
Goes
vice
under.
versa.
Yeah,
Under.
the second one goes over. So you get the full panel, and Andrew's gets cut off a little bit.
Okay.
So mine's underneath. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll let Andrew get some time to get his panel started, and we'll have a chat with Toby.
Mm-hmm.
So, Toby, tell us about your artwork and comics and things of that.
Things of that nature. Well, I mean, I got into the comic scene back in the 90s with a thing called the Google Club, which was
Oh,
Does that ring a bell for anybody?
yeah. The Eagle Club still exists.
Oh, you're kidding me. Really?
No, it's online now, and they meet every Thursday.
Every Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you'll have
After
to
this
give me
show,
some
we'll say,
details.
because you should be watching this show.
Oh, that's wonderful, because I'd love to catch up with them. See
Yeah,
who's
cool.
still about. But yeah,
Oh, you
this
can
is back in the
this.
90s with Issue 1 Comics and Cyber Swine and
I remember those.
all that kind of jazz back in the day. And so I was just merely a hanger-on. And then, yeah, I did a couple of mini comics. One called Toe Jam, which was an anthology with Toby Neal. Don't know if he's still an artist. I hope he is. Yeah, and for the last... Then I became a bartender, and 20 years got chopped out of my life.
Wow.
And, well, you know, I was drunk. I can't remember it. But then
That's the spirit.
yeah, and lots of spirits, in fact. But
Yes.
then I came back to things, and last couple of years I've just been doing a lot of D&D kind of stuff for independent publishers, you know, drawing monsters, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
And going to TAFE doing graphic design and visual art. So I'm afraid that's a lot of my my background wrapped up in that quick little...
So
Well,
what was
Oh, sorry.
Toe Jam?
It was an anthology comic because it was me and Toby Neal that started it. So we thought jamming Toby and Toby together gets you Toe Jam. We actually found out after the first issue, because it was just one of those little... My girlfriend at the time worked at a Kinko's, I think it was called back in the day. Kinko's? Yeah. So I got all the photocopying done there. So it was just a little mini folded comic. Anthology with me, Toby Neal. Oh, I can't even remember the names of the others at the moment. And yeah, it was great fun. But we found out that there was another comic, I think in New Zealand, called Toe Jam. There was a proper, you know, coloured comic and with publishers and everything. And so we we called the second comic Not Toe Jam. And then the third issue was Never Was Toe Jam. And I think we only did 3 or 4 issues.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. Very stressful, but lots of fun. And I think it was the 2000s or the 2001 Comic-Con. My girlfriend and I at the time ran the independent comic book, i.e. mini comics booth. And I was just thinking about it. We did this. We did the 1-panel comic book over the 2 days of the Comic-Con. I've yet to be able to find it. I'd love to show you guys. So when I do find the comic that we made, it was not only just cartoonists, but just people that came to the con would come in and do a square. The story was bonkers. You'd occasionally get people who you'd occasionally get people who didn't know what the premise was and just draw something, and then the next person would try and brief it back into a story, and it was hilarious. There was lots of meanwhiles.
Cool. Well, Toby, you have a awesome to see Toby on here comment from Alex Major.
Oh, lovely.
Ring a bell? Yep. Cool. I was wondering how long ago it was, so if it would ring a bell. Or Sloppy Tunes, as he calls himself.
Right. Yes, that makes sense.
Alex is famous for the one panel romance on episode 3, I believe.
Yeah, we've got one panel where there was a romance between the creature that he kills. So, but for one panel, they liked each other. Just one panel. He tried to turn it that way. The next artist turned it the other way.
Should we have a look at what Andrew's drawing?
Oh, yeah. I'll bring up the correct screen. Ooh.
Oh. What's going on here?
Oh, I like it.
So I might have him sort of like, because the twist was a big twist, sort of just have him reflect like he goes down on his knees and it's like a bit teary that he actually, he's remembering something. It's his mum. Well, if it is his mum or not, but, I'll let Toby decide where to go with that.
Yeah.
But, just like he's reading the comic through today, like he starts off with amnesia, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So to remember something, it's really shook him up, I'm guessing.
I like it.
And if like the panel before, if he is one of these underworld dwellers, he'd have some emotion to him, wouldn't he?
Of course. Makes total sense.
One would hope.
I think so.
I was going to say, is that
It could
enough
be a
for
Terminator.
Toby to go off now?
That should be enough, I'd say.
Yeah,
What do you reckon, Toby?
Could be just
I reckon. Why not?
could be the Terminator in disguise.
An infiltrator unit.
Yeah, imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger turning up and going, "Mummy."
It's like if he was John Connor.
Did they kill
Turns
John Connor in one of the movies?
I don't know.
I think they have a couple of times, haven't they?
To be honest.
I've seen them, but I can't remember any of them after 2.
I saw previews of something where there's a robot that calls itself John Connor, and I'm like, how many of these have I missed?
Yeah. And the
I
last
know there's
one
been a
was.
few, I just didn't know how many.
All I can remember is the last one's a second version of the third one.
Oh,
It's supposed to be. they retconned it
oh, okay.
like this comic.
Essentially, the Terminator series is just all retcons, isn't it? I mean,
Well, I guess
That's
it is.
the idea,
Yeah.
right?
this is essentially all it is. Retconning.
Conceptually.
They change it, and then they change it back, and then they change it, and then they change it back.
It's a moneymaker they don't want to let go of.
That's it.
Cool.
It might be that thing where they have to put out a movie every so often to keep the license or something.
Well, that's what they were doing with Fantastic Four
Mm.
for all these years. They had to keep taking out, making a movie every. It's some weird arbitrary number of years and days. Otherwise, they'll lose the movie rights to those characters. So that's why there's that 1986 one that nobody's ever seen. There's only still shots from
It's on YouTube.
Oh, is it? Oh, the
Yeah.
whole thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have to.
I'm pretty sure.
I've heard it's horrific. I'd love to see it.
It's actually pretty good. If they put it out, it would have been I reckon it would have been a huge movie back in the day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I just watched that last one that they did because it was
Yeah, that
free
was-
on some streaming. It was all right, and then the end just went what? It just
I heard words that it was the director was really going in the direction of body horror for the Fantastic Four, and if they'd let him go down that corridor, it would have actually been quite an amazing movie, but probably not a superhero movie.
the ending
I
seems like somebody's gone in like the studio execs have gone, nah, take that all out and try and make sense of what you got left. Yeah.
Has anybody seen
that would
Madam
never
Web yet?
happen, Andrew.
What was that, Toby?
I was just saying, has anybody seen the infamous Madam Web yet?
No.
It's getting so much flack.
Oh, really?
The numbers are starting to tick up. I mean, it's still an absolute flop, but the numbers are actually starting to tick up because it's being told that it's so bad that people are going, oh, I've got to see this to see how bad it is. It's actually starting to get bums on seats now because of it, which I think is hilarious.
I just want to see it because like I was a big Spider-Man fan in the early 90s, and all the different Spider-Women designs. I like them, and I wanted to see how they do them. Not that I remember much of it, but yeah, I just the whole different costume designs. I was curious how they're actually going to pull them off.
Well, apparently, all the bits with the other Spider Women are all short flash forwards, not flashbacks, flash forwards, because Madam Web is seeing the future and
she's
trying
psychic.
because she's
And stopping it to happen.
yeah, and preventing it or not preventing it or something.
Yeah, they're going to be Spider Women. No, they're not. They're going to be Spider Women. No, they're not.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got a comment from Jackie Tran. He says, hello, sausage, sizzle, and gang. Thanks, Jackie. You're a cracker.
Jackie shows up to every show.
Every show, yes. This sausage sizzle name you keep giving me is going to stick. I'm a bit worried about that.
Or it might be Siz's house soon.
Or it could be an excuse to raise comics to raise some money at a local Bunnings. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
No, you got to get in line. All the schools book them out. The trick is going to be how to put emotion into square eyes.
But
It is
you could do the Eric Larson Spider-Man eyes and just do whatever. There was where was it? Yeah, it said that one. Tim McEwan made him wink.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit of a free for all.
It's just
That's really good.
keep expecting Doctor Who to show up, and it's like the Cybermen stories. They always creeped me out when I was younger.
The whole
Bloody
Doctor
Cybermen.
Who was scary in the
I
80s.
didn't mind all the other monsters. It was just the Cybermen.
I was scared of all of them.
I remember just being scared of the theme song when I was little. My brother used to love watching it. And that song, see you later, run off. Big fan now.
And Nick May says, all sizzle, no sausage. Wait, that came out wrong.
So does the onions go on first or the sauce?
Is it sizzled and sausage, or is it sizzle on the sausage? And where does the onion go and all that? Oh dear. And we've got looking forward to seeing this finished page and what happens to poor old blank next. Looking at what I'm seeing so far from Andrew. Liking. Sorry. I can read. I've got to put my glasses on. Sorry about that. I'm making up words from the blurs I see in front of me. I'm going, yeah, that's looking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, liking. Definitely liking. Yep.
Who's that?
I was kind of disappointed because I liked the big gun in the previous page. Came out of his chest, but it's the whole Iron Giant thing when he goes. I used to love that movie. And the Iron Giant goes full alien, and all the guns and weapons comes flying out.
I love that movie.
Until my son watched it 3 times a week for about 6 months, and we had to hide the video.
I had that with Trolls 1.
Oh God!
Yeah. To the point where I was actually singing along to the soundtrack in the car for a while there. Got me worried.
Yeah, it happens. Kids.
See, I'd be that weird parent who'd sit down and watch it an extra couple of times after the kid had gone to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to have the one. My youngest used to watch Cars. He used to call Lightning McQueen "wiping the cream." I can watch the movie over and over again. There's something about it.
That's awesome.
I do love that joke of. I've seen it in a couple of different forms, but mostly in like little just one-shot comic panels, where one of the cars turns to another one and goes, "Why do we have doors?" It's just the existential dread of cars.
Yeah, I like it. This is looking really good.
Looking beautiful.
Should we have a look at Toby's page panel?
Yep.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Oh,
cool.
that looks cool.
I love it.
I got to keep referring back to find out what she was wearing.
You'll find probably different panels will be slightly different anyway. So you just make a combination.
That's it. Or just. Oh, wait on.
That was.
I missed out the fish ears. There's fish ears.
There's fish ears?
Not the fish have ears.
It depends which one you look at.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
only
get
the
them out,
males
yeah.
have
You'll be
fish
fine.
ears.
I'm going to go back to the fish ears with just a little hint of fish ears.
Nice. Compromise. I like it.
Yeah.
Underground amphibians.
That's it.
Yes.
That's wicked. Robbie's on. And she is saying, I had an animation overload with Lion King, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Monsters, Inc. And that she did the same to her family with Wizard of Oz. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. My one as a kid
Yeah.
was the original Muppet movie.
Nice.
Oh yes.
I watched it so many times. The videotape, showing my age. Beta Max.
Oh, Vita. Nice. Fancy.
Was worn down at both ends. So the opening credits and the closing credits were all like.
That's awesome. Which Muppet movie? Sorry? Is that the one where they see the fork in the road? That's the only thing I remember. I did the same thing then.
Fuzzy Bear left. Kermit Frog right.
Did you hear that somebody bought the fork? I think it's in a town now somewhere in America.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they couldn't put it in a road, unfortunately, but it is in somebody's yard, which I think is great.
That's awesome.
I tried to watch the new Muppet, the band from the first movie. I tried to watch that on that Disney Plus. The Muppets were great. All the humans they had in the show were horrible, except for Cheech and Chong. They were stuck in a basement for a couple of decades, still off their heads. But the music on that first one was great.
Oh yeah. I still sometimes hum Moving Right Along.
Yes.
I won't do it now because Disney now owns them. So.
I just had it going through my head as soon as you said Muppets. So which brought me to the fork in the road. So
yeah.
We're all showing our age. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the soundtrack as well on cassette tape. That was worn down like nobody's business. Many a time I had to get that pencil in there and wind it back in.
Oh, yeah. There's a few tapes I had to sticky tape deck together. And then...
I remember doing that too. Like sticking it back to the end because it'd come off the bit that joined it to the wheel.
Yeah. Snapped a couple in. They had a tape player used to stop halfway through and snap the tape right in the middle of your favourite songs on the album that you spend all your pocket money.
I guess I was lucky. It was always at the end or the beginning.
I used to love that at the start of a new tape.
Not sure if I bought all my tapes. That's it, Shane. Bring it into piracy. Because next door neighbor had this really cool contraption which had 2 tape decks in it. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It started with music, ended in Amstrad games being dubbed.
Oh yeah.
Because the old Amstrad was it Amstrad?
Tape deck.
It was a tape deck. Yeah.
Commodore 64.
Commodore 64 did have a tape player.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
I used to record all the.
I'm very old.
What was it? There was a top 40 with Casey somebody on
Casey
every Saturday night.
He was
used to
Shaggy.
record all the top songs off that.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's always the waiting at the radio for good songs.
And my thing was taping Rage. And it was simulcast on Triple J. So you press record once the song started and then see if it was good. And if it wasn't, you rewind it back to the start of the last song you recorded and then wait for the next song.
Love it.
When we had blackouts here, what was it, the other week? One of my friends had fallen asleep watching ABC, and when the power came back on at 3 a.m, it came on with Rage blaring. He goes, I didn't even know it was still around, but like it just woke the whole family up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was still going. I don't watch TV though, so not anymore. Anyway.
For some reason, the other night we put on what do you call it? Normal TV. And
Free-to-air.
it's just so weird to watch an ad. I just found that bizarre. Well, who's this?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm a
hello.
You're disappearing.
Magic.
Let's go now.
It's a
First
virtual
have a
background. Okay, I got to have a chip first.
Yes.
It's spicy.
Thank you.
Then they're good though.
Okay,
Spicy and good.
I'll have it in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Sorry.
I love it.
He's just got back from a play date, so
Cool.
he's all hyped up at 8:30 at night. So that's going to be fun getting him to sleep.
Good timing.
But yeah, it was just so weird to watch a normal ad. It just seems so bizarrely fake.
Mm. Did you look for the skip button?
Yeah, yeah, definitely did.
No, YouTube, I don't want to watch this ad.
Can I make the skip button any smaller? It's just...
Oh, I love it. You're giving him a name.
What do we reckon, folks?
I love it.
Alter.
Walter. Is that you, Walter? Oh, that's awesome.
Now I really want to know what's on the next page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll definitely have me tuned in next week.
Yeah. So this is one of those times when I've got an idea, but I can't say it because you don't want to influence the next person.
Can't sway the artist. According to Sloppy Tunes / Alex Major, Nick said it right. So there wasn't a mistake. Apparently, it is sizzle, no sausage. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for that. Much appreciated. I'll remember you.
No comment.
I know someone who won't get a link to Drink and Draw next fortnight. That's all I'm saying.
Now, sorry if there's a bit too much of the old spinning, but it's just the way I've got used to doing
we get
things.
that every
Yeah.
we get that every night. Whenever we have digitals on, spinning, zooming,
yeah.
unzooming, it's all good.
I'm
I
trying to
saw
get out of
some,
the habit of zooming in too much. Sorry, say
Yeah.
again.
I was watching some watercolor artists the other day, and you know those things that you put in the middle of a dinner table to spin around with food on. He put
Lazy
his
Susan.
easel on that and
Oh,
tapes
clever.
his paper to that, so he just spins that while he's painting. I'm like, that's a
That's
brilliant
awesome.
idea.
That is brilliant.
I saw those Fandang computers do it. I can do it too.
So let's
See,
have
I'm
a
doing that
look at
thing
what.
where I'm watching and forgetting.
Yeah, me too. Let's say let's have a look at what Andrew's doing.
Oh yeah,
He's drawing.
Please
we
do.
picked on Toby long enough.
Oh, he's got the Kirby crackles.
Yeah.
Just continuing it, just from the
From the
gun going back in.
Oh, yeah, the gun did the
going
Kirby
back into the
crackles.
chest.
I've never been able to do the Kirby's for a while.
I love it.
I don't think I've ever tried. Circles. The one thing I love digital is when you need to do a circle, you just go and hold it. It's brilliant.
I don't think
Oh wow,
Photoshop
what are you
does that.
using?
Procreate. Procreate is the thing where you just hold it and it goes circle. You tap the screen, and it goes. This,
Wow, I didn't know that.
Is that a circle?
and the same thing with squares. It'll just straighten it for you.
Awesome.
And
This
the
one-
other day, I've been using this for about 6 years now. The other day, I discovered that. Now I'll go find it again. We were doing.
Discovered it, I lost it.
Yeah, discovered the drawing guide. So drawing guide, edit drawing guide, perspective, and you make your perspective lines like that,
Oh,
right?
nice.
That's nice. This is even better. And in your layers, you can click on drawing assist, and when you draw, it all sticks to the
Oh, no
line.
way.
Oh, wow.
The Clip Studio
That
has
shows
a
clever.
perspective ruler as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It's fancy system, too.
It's amazing what they do.
That one looks really cool.
I like that.
Hmm.
I'm so averse to drawing backgrounds, that would really help.
I like drawing backgrounds, but I like drawing a lot of fantasy stuff with dragons and fantasy worlds. So I'm not drawing cities. Mountains and jungles and ruins and stuff is a lot easier to make something look run down than drawing Spider-Man going through a city. I don't ever want to do that.
No, that sounds
I've always
right.
found it bizarre that a comic book artist who knows that he's going to be drawing something over and over and over again hit on Spider-Man's costume and went, yeah. Like all those lines, all those intricate frigging spiderweb lines, and they thought, yeah, I'm going to do this every panel. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
but
he was just
you
a
haven't-
concept
you-
artist, and then he passes it over to the guy who has to do the comic and goes, and they go, "Are you kidding me?"
you have a look at particular Spider-Man artists, and between the two eyes, the amount of lines on the forehead. Some have 3, some have 5, most have 5, and some have 9. And you just go, you're just making work for yourself.
Yeah, you're just showing off now, pal.
This is why with Todd McFarlane came up with the black costume. You know that.
Yeah. I mean,
So I
surely.
don't want to draw these lines every panel.
Although then he then went and made the web so much more tricky. Instead of a white line, he's
Well,
got
he had
this-
spare time, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's it. He had spare time now that the suit was black.
Oh, dear.
Is there any comments? Or going on?
Nothing since Major Tom. Oh, God. It's been one of those days. Alex Major said that Nick was right.
So let's ask the chat, who's your favorite Spider-Man artist?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good question.
I like
They're all
Ramos.
enthralled with the drawings, so they're not commenting. Like me,
I like
I'm not talking. Well, I am now, but not as much as I should be.
Humberto Ramos. I've
Yeah.
liked his of recent.
What about you, Sis?
Nick May's answer is me, as in himself.
Fair call.
Which issue was that?
bootleg number. Oh dear.
I could see Nick May drawing Spider-Man. Be a good fit for his style.
Come on, Nick. Stick your Spider-Man pictures up. Prove your point. Okay. Oops. Copying too much. Okay. So I'll just go into another screen. I'm not watching you guys anymore. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. I'm just trying to sort something out on social media, which unfortunately is on the same browser. Couldn't think of the word then. Browser. Now it's not letting me copy and paste.
Remember to occasionally do a layer check, Andrew.
Oh yeah, layer checks.
Yep.
I got
I've
done
learned
with that
about
the other
layers
day.
just recently. Oh no way! You can. That's. Oh, it's not getting it right though.
Yeah, I quite often come up with lake instead of inks. And it will not spell color with a U. I'm really annoyed.
Oh, that would be annoying.
Um,
Eric Larson's run
it's-
was good. Good answer. Oh, Nick May says he's got issues. So I don't know if that's referring to the Spider-Man or yeah.
I don't think it is.
Walter, what a great name for cyborg. For a cyborg. That's from Fourth Monkey.
Speaking of Walter, let's have a look at how Toby's getting along.
Upside down, Miss Jane.
upside down.
Sorry, I'm watching again and my hand was nowhere near my mouse. I just tried to change screens with the power socket.
Does he have teeth? Kind of. Different every drawing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Mine has teeth.
Walter! Maybe
think
I have to
the-
change the Kickstarter now to Walter instead of blank.
I was thinking that. All these guys have got teeth. Then tell us about the Kickstarter, Sis.
Okay, yep. It's just in pre-launch stage. I'll bring it up on the screen for a second. Not much to show because it's just a pre-launch. Where's my screen? There we go. So I've made a short link to it. It is blank, as in the word, not leaving a space. Just putting it out there. Blank.comex.studio. And that'll take you to this little wonderful little page where there is usually a button down the bottom there that says notify me on launch, I think it is. I've already pressed it, so it just says saved for me. If it says saved for you, don't press it again, just saying, because then you'll unsave it, and that won't be good for me. That'd be bad news, so please don't do that. Well, actually, yeah, I can unsave it and show you what the button looks like. Notify me on launch, I was right. Cool. I will now get emails. Woo, one of the first backers. We're doing some specials for the people who come in early. There is a comic giveaway for whoever comes in, and my notes are nowhere to be seen. So, but if you come in the first 12 hours, you get a book. I forget which one it is. You come in the first 24 hours and make a pledge, you get another book. And if you come in 48 hours, you get a Sidrus and a extra story, which will only be available there. An extra Sidrus story that's not in the comic.
And these are PDFs.
And these are all PDFs. Sorry, this is a PDF only campaign. So nice and cheap for everyone on a budget. Nice and cheap for anyone who's overseas and doesn't want to pay ridiculous postage that Australia, lovely Australia, has whenever it tries to send out of Australia or even into Australia. Everything costs a fortune because there is a lot of water between us and everyone else. So
Stupid water.
Yeah.
damn water. I got to learn to swim so I can take it to people myself.
I've been doing backing a lot of them as PDFs lately, especially my friends overseas.
Yeah,
You just can't afford.
the
I
postage
look
is
at
crazy.
one comic and it's going to cost me $60. You know, I'll just
Hard
read
to
the
justify.
PDF.
Yeah, so this will be
No,
PDF.
but I like the support.
Everyone gets a PDF. Doesn't feel unfair. PDFs for all. There is a lot of reward levels in this. Blank is in every single one of them, and as in the blank comic. And there is all sorts. There is the comics pack. There is the Friends of Comics, which includes comics from Reverie. Then you've got Psychojanitor's thrown a few comics in there. We've got some from Sigmate. Hope I got that right, SK. Now I'm not remembering. I can't see it anymore because I'm logged into a different account. There's lots. That's all I can remember. Lots of PDFs, lots of packs, depending on what you want. And there is one mega pack, which is everything available in every other level. Get all the PDFs. Great for anyone overseas because they're all Australian comics. So great for anyone here who wants to start their collection on Australian comics and find out what it's all about. And it all starts with Blank, who is now Walter. So,
What's his surname?
That's for somebody else to. I can only do some
people have
Blank.
surnames.
Blank of the Underground Amphibians.
Yes.
Lizard people. Blank Lizard.
Blank Lizard.
Walter Lizard.
I was going to ask you, Shane, as well, with would you like an animation of Blank?
Yes.
I would love that.
I'll
That's,
probably be able to knock that up in a weekend.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be absolutely awesome.
I had a commission.
Now you've got two people willing to have your children. So, not just your wife.
I had to do an animation for a commission last year, and believe it or not, it was a robot that looked not unlike Blank.
Oh, awesome.
Not any copyright issues, but it just means that I know how to animate him quite well.
That's really cool. Oh, you want me to take me off the screen and go back to one of the artists?
Yes.
Let's see. Who should we go to? Oh, Blank Top Pants. They were penciled before.
Oh, look at that.
It's looking
No, I
good.
just realized I can, like, I'm sort of in control of all this, so I can write a banner that has that link in it.
You could drop it in the chat too.
Yeah. Things I'm learning today.
Then you can click on it. Those eyes look really cool.
Yeah, they are.
Tried to add as much emotion as I could into.
It worked.
It's really good. Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm.
Some good
Without
drawing.
drawing eyebrows on him.
Mm.
So, what movie was it? There was that. What was that horse movie? Had Bryan Adams sing all the songs for? Animated Spirit or something like that. It was a DreamWorks movie years ago, and it had a on the DVD we got for the kids. It's a brilliant movie, but it had how to draw horses, and they had animators just show you how they draw horses. Horses don't have eyebrows, but they do in the cartoon because you just need that extra emphasis of emotion. But yeah, they also showed you how to animate a horse the gallop, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do. I'm not going to ever try it, but it did help with my drawing of the figures of horses.
Yeah, horses are horrible to draw. There's so many the joints and stuff on their weird legs. And
Well, before the advent of photography, there was a big bet on about whether horses' hooves are ever all off the ground at one time. And I think that some huge amount, like £500, to anybody could prove. And then somebody took some photos with the first camera.
Easy money. Well, the cameras would have been expensive back then.
Well, yeah. So are you working on anything at the moment, Andrew?
I've got I'm about 10 pages of art that I need to finish off, and I'll have my first comic in since 2014.
Nice.
I got some of the art here, actually. I think I preloaded it.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow,
Great
that's
color.
wicked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Lot of dragons, and I spent the last 3 years, and during the pandemic, knowing that I couldn't get out to conventions or anything, so I thought I'd just work on learning colors instead of, and it's really helped in my line work as well. But it's a 46-page book, so it's set in a fantasy world.
Wow.
Kind of, I haven't worked out the elevator pitch yet. Dragons, thieves, wizards, magic, that sort of thing.
God, it's looking beautiful.
Looks great.
I really love how, the level I've got to the color, because color, I avoided it for the 25 years. Yeah. And I just thought, well, it actually helps when you can start coloring in, like helps your figure work and know what you're missing. The amount of times I just used to color things in black just because I couldn't work it out. And once you add color in, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to actually up the game with the line work.
Yeah.
But it's getting there. I've just spent the last week or two working on the fourth draft of the script because I'm not a writer, and I've got some writer friends helping me out, trying to focus the story. 46 pages, I think I'm coming in at, and I should be able to kickstart it by June, hopefully.
Oh, sweet.
Wonderful.
Hopefully. It's been my first book in years. I did an art book about 5 years ago, just for my art pieces that I was selling at conventions and stuff, dragons and stuff. And that sold. I kickstarted that, and that was successful Kickstarter. I didn't factor in shipping as well as I should have. And that was before what it costs these days. And I think, and it's really rewarding when you're sending it off to places like Germany and France and Saudi Arabia and Canada, and it's amazing how connected the world is these days and where you can get your books to. I think $45 at 5 years ago it cost to Germany. I shuddered to think what it is now.
Wow,
Oh, God.
it's ridiculous.
As a test, I thought I would just try and find the farthest place to send it to, Iceland, just to put into post, the Australia Post, to see how much it would cost. And it cost more to send it to Germany than it did to Iceland. So,
Oh wow!
it was weird. It was really weird.
Very
I
bizarre.
think Iceland was about $10 cheaper at the time. It was weird. I don't know if there's a comic shop in Iceland. But hopefully by June. It's a rough timeline.
I'll keep my ear peeled.
Well, I keep posting a whole heap of it on social media, but my social media account has stalled. I think for the last 4 years, I've been sitting around the high 800 follower mark. It just stopped. And it goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. It's just weird how social media works these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all on my website, andrewlordart.com. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I've got it up here. I'm going to bring it up later. We can have a look.
Cool bananas.
Whispers of Revenge. I hope that's the main one. I haven't ended up on some
that's
other
the
page. Good. We'll go over and haunt.
Yeah, Whispers of Revenge. There's a couple. I got a couple of Instagram ones. I was just trying to see whether some would test whether how social media work. Doesn't really.
The algorithm changes constantly, unfortunately.
Apparently now you have to post everything in a video.
Reasons. Yeah, awful.
Everything
weird
has to be a
reasons.
video.
Yeah, I think that's still a thing. That was a thing a few years ago. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Facebook figured that out or not. That people were putting pictures into videos just so they could get ranked higher.
You reckon it's
Yeah.
about that time, sis?
Oh God, I wasn't watching the time. Yes, I think it is. See, I'm just enthralled by all the art and the chat and everything. I forget to watch the time. So, guys, pencils down. No, that's not how it works. Just send what you've got to. Just my messenger will be enough. We only want a low res version of the picture, just enough to show the peeps who are watching what the thing looks like when it's put together.
Put me to full screen.
And I will bring up while I'm talking about it, while you guys are doing the sending bits and so forth. This is the comics.shop.
Yeah. So this is where you get all your Australian comic books, and a lot of people who've been on the show have got books in here. That's Rob O'Connor, who's been on. It looks like a Spedsy cover. Nick Cleary, Ryan Bell, there's my one. So this helps support the comic studio, all the shows. There's a Dave Dye.
Is the PNG okay, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Got that Liza Ray, that's Deshaun Silver, who did the first ever panel for Let's Make a Comic
Yeah,
Book.
good on Deshaun.
It's Lee Chalker, who's on recently.
Everyone send out their thoughts to Duchesne. He's in a bit of pain and sick at the moment from kidney stones.
Oh, I had that. That's terrible.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he said it was. But he's not feeling well. He was meant to be on Drink and Draw last night, actually. That's why we had a gap. But he couldn't do it, poor fella.
Yeah, kidney stones are horrible.
Yes, I've never heard good things about them.
There were
good
some
when they're out.
gallstones, and gallstones was enough.
Mm.
Okay, I've got both the things now.
Stones in general sound horrible.
Well, yeah, any stones inside you, I can't see as being a good thing now. Oh,
Okay, my turn. Let's put my screen up on the. Well, Ed puts that together. We shall look at. Can't quite read that. Hang on. Is that Slayhelm?
Slayhem, yeah.
yeah, slay him.
The word I made up. The word I
love
made
it.
up when I was 17 for a metal band.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
cool.
Anyway.
It does sound like a metal band now that you say
It does now that you say it. Yeah.
it.
Everybody
Which was
else in
a
the band didn't
range.
like it.
oh,
This is very cool. Well, I don't know what you learned about colors, but that looks wicked.
I think it's just to spend a lot of time avoiding it really helped.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't know.
I'm still in that stage of colouring everything, which is, I mean, like colouring everything a different colour, every piece of clothing, everything, and this is, showing me that I've got to really try and go for that washes of colour. And
I found what's her name? What's I'm thinking. Hang on. Carl Kerschel, the comic artist. He did a book named Isola, Isola, and the artist he got to color it. Her name is Miss Zach, Msassyk, and she put out a how-to color the Isola book. Found it on Gumroad for like $10. And the color, putting colors in was just put in your base colors, and then have a layer of a blue over for your shadows, and a layer of an overlay of the yellows or oranges for your lights, the lighting source, and it really finally it clicked.
Sorry, Ed, I just realised I hadn't put white in my background. Did you want me to redo that?
I've already done it.
Oh, you rock. Thank you. Sorry.
It's okay.
Could you spell that name again? The colorist?
I think I got the link somewhere. MSASYK.
Have you got a book there or something that you can show?
SSYK.
Yep.
Try
I
and
got
find
it.
the link. And she's got an Instagram thing, and about 2 or 3 years ago, she put out a book called Coloring Isola, I think it was.
Yeah. Lovely.
Isola is a beautiful graphic novel, very fantasy based. Yeah.
It's my Instagram. I hardly ever go on it, so I'm having a look at my own stuff now.
Yep.
Oh, back in the day when I did Inktober, I had to give it up. It was bad for me. I got so stressed about it. They're fun to do, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd give you much, wouldn't it? Wow, it's heaps of them.
Copy. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat for you. In the
Oh, thank you.
studio chat. If it helps, some of the concepts were hard to get my head around at the beginning, but yeah, I think it's $10, which is pretty good for like a coloring.
Yeah, no, that's great.
How to color, and the colors in the graphic novel are, like they're
And I'll bring you up.
quite brilliant. They're quite brilliant sort of colors.
And it's that great
I'm gonna try
mood
and
coloring
find-
as well.
Yeah. Oh, there was one page that was absolutely brilliant. Like she does moods really well. She overlays like the colors.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
And Carl
brilliant.
Koerschel is really kicking off. Like he's been doing the Batman. He did Batman. He's been doing some Batman comics. He was known for online abominable Charles words.
I think I get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to say it.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that book.
Yeah, I like that. Kidney stones are God's way of letting you know drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had water back in 2003. Does that count?
If you ever get gallstones and gallstone pain, straight away drink some hot water. Right, it will flush through the pain in about 5-10 minutes. Like it'll. A lot of people just say, "Oh, painkillers." No, just you need hot water. And my mum used to say lemon in it as well to help. But like when you're at work and you keel over with gallstone pain, hot water.
So,
Drink it quickly.
so ladies and gentlemen, come for the drawing, stay for the medical advice.
I like it. Our new slogan. What medical hints could we come up with next week? I love it.
So how did we come out?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, are you doing it on your screen or?
Dun dun dun. Oh, awesome!
There we
That's
go.
awesome.
Look at that. That's a good looking page.
That's a good eye line.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
It's funny how the panel to panel motion works. With everyone can't really see where they're doing it in relation to people, but there's a lot of great movement through the panels. So it's turned out really good.
Nick May saying,
Should've
yeah, it
wrote
looks
mum.
great.
Thank you.
Should write mother or something in the word balloon or something.
You can add a word balloon in. There's a Walter.
I love where the story's gone all of a sudden. This is great.
Great face.
You've gotten past the action into the emotional.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was tonight's page.
Lovely. Well, guys, I've got to dash off.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've got to, but I shall get the rest of that hatched out and to you over the next day or two, and I'll work on the animation.
Oh, that is wicked. Thank you
Yeah,
so
that you can
much.
pop at the start of videos if you want to.
Cool.
That'd be sick.
Awesome.
All right.
Now,
Thanks,
how do
Toby.
I leave?
There's a little red. Oh, you're sharing the screen, so you won't be able to see. You have to stop sharing your screen.
All right.
then there's
there
a
we
red
go.
Go to the Muppet leave.
All right. Yeah, that's it. And bye.
And I'm here now.
Yay. Now you draw a pen.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, your turn. I'm watching.
So that'll wrap up the show. We'll thank Andrew for coming along and drawing an excellent panel.
Thank you for putting up with me.
It was
Oh,
our
no,
pleasure. And Toby, who's run off, but also drew a great panel.
That was good
And
timing.
That was brilliant.
everyone in the chat for chatting.
Yes.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep.
And
Liking and
thanks to-
subscribing, very important, people. It helps us with the algorithm.
I'll
and
do
all
that for you.
jazz.
Excellent.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
to Sis for making it all happen. And
Pleasure.
he'll be back on Thursday.
Yeah, we're back on Thursday. As long as everything works out and the universe doesn't come against us again. I don't know. Did you see the video where I explained to everyone the universe coming together
Yes.
and destroying the show? Yeah.
Sorry, like
That
half
three
an hour
that
afterwards.
3 minutes of silence.
Oh yeah, that
was
one.
that?
I've deleted that one. It's still on Facebook, but it's gone on YouTube. But me pointing and doing finger things, and everyone's going, and no one's saying that your microphone's not working. I'm like, how am I meant to know? Oh well, that was a bit of fun. I
Sorry,
need to go to the
sorry
right
for bringing
screen.
it up.
All good, all good. Yeah, so like, subscribe. Thank you, everyone. And check out the blank.comex. That's why I went to that window, to make it even bigger. There we go. Check out the blank.comex.studio. That'll take you to the Kickstarter. And just hit that notify button. We'd love for you to get notified when it actually goes live, which will be soonish. So yeah, get in there now, because those rewards for who what's it called, pledges in the first so many hours are pretty wicked. So yeah, and I think that's the show.
Rock
Are
on.
we gonna do?
And play us out, Sis.
Okay. Night all.
No.